Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. And here we go. Top 20 for 2020. Killer Animals. Now, coming in at number 20 is a movie called Burning Bright. Burning Bright is a fantastic film. The basic premise is a tiger gets loose in a house with people. And while it sounds a little bit far-fetched, it is a great, tense movie. I definitely recommend this one. This was a blind buy for me and I loved it. Coming up at number 19, a movie that's getting the Scream Factory treatment, and I had a heck of a time finding. A movie called Bug. These bugs are really terrifying. And I love the overall story. This is one of the ones that I really enjoyed, that I didn't quite make it to the party on time. I was really late with this one. But I still got to see it, and I do love it. That's 19, Bug. Coming in at number 18 is a fairly new movie. Crawl. I absolutely love this movie. I thought that it was plausible how it happened. Kind of like the movie Bait. I really enjoyed Bait too. When I read the description about a shark being in a shopping center, I was kind of, okay, this sounds like a stupid sci-fi movie, but same thing with Crawl. I wasn't really sure that I was going to enjoy alligators being in houses, but it was kind of realistic and kept me on the edge of my seat the entire time. So that is number 18, Crawl. Number 17 will probably be on a lot of people's list, and that is Day of the Animals. Animals Get Revenge. This has a great performance by Leslie Nielsen, and I believe Christopher George is in this, if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I always loved it, and it's a fantastic movie. And that is number 17, Day of the Animals. Number 16, I had a little trouble placing. It could have been a lot further on my list than this, but I settled at number 16, and that is Squirm. This has probably my favorite original cover of all time. I remember being in the video store and looking at this, and I was just talking to my friend Andrew about this one, and I love it. I absolutely love this film. It's one of my favorites of all time. And that is number 16, Squirm. Now we're in the top 15. And here we go. Coming in at number 15 is No, It's Not Food of the Gods. It's Frogs. I have always loved this movie. I saw this movie when I was really young. I was at the ocean in Maryland. Call it Ocean City. And saw it on TV one day when it was raining and we couldn't go out to the beach. And I've just loved it ever since. I think it's really fun, and it's kind of like a Doom. It has an impending sense of doom. I don't know, it just always got to me. So, that's number 15, Frogs. Coming in at number 14 is a movie that blew my mind when I saw it. It's called Into the Grizzly Maze. Now, this has a lot of really popular stars in it. This has James Marsden, it has Billy Bob Thornton, Thomas Jane, and Piper Perabo. And it's a fantastic film. If I was to recommend one that I think not a lot of people have seen, it'll be this one. I caught this on cable and I absolutely loved it and had to have it. And that's number 14, Into the Grizzly Maze. Now, number 13 may be suspect to some people because they don't necessarily consider it a killer animal film, but it does have killer animals, and it's one of my favorites of all time. I just got this not that long ago, and really I have to watch this Blu-ray copy. I've had it on DVD forever, but yeah, I haven't even unwrapped it yet. And that's number 13, Pet Sematary. Who can forget Church? Coming up at number 12 is a movie that I absolutely love. Hopefully someday I'll get the Scream Factory edition of it, and that is Willard. Now, I do love the original as well, but there's something about Crispin Glover's performance in this that I just find entrancing. I don't know. There's something about him. I like him as an actor. I think he's just really good, really offbeat, and he does an incredible job in this film, as well as Arlie Ermy, who passed away. Coming in at number 11, also, some people may not consider a killer animal movie, but I do. And that is Frozen, my favorite Adam Green film, and a movie that I just couldn't believe how much it kept me on the edge of my seat when I first saw it. And ever since then, it's just a brutal film that's not really that brutal. It's hard to explain, but I love this film. This is one of my favorites, and I do visit it quite often. That's number 11, Adam Green's Frozen. Which brings us to our top 10. Coming in at number 10, probably won't be much of a surprise, but it is Arachnophobia. Now, I'm scared to death of spiders. I always have been, and this is a fantastic movie that gives me the creeps. Jeff Daniels is great in this, so is John Goodman, and I love this film. I always have. That is number 10, Arachnophobia. Coming in at number 9, probably won't be on many people's lists, but I happen to love this film, and that is Link. Monkey Shine's almost made my list, but Link, I do believe, is a better film. And Elizabeth Shue, God, she's beautiful. This is a fantastic film, and it's one that I've wanted in my collection for a long time, and now I have it. And that's Link, coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 8. Some people may not consider a horror movie, but I do. There's something about bears that just give me the creeps. And that is The Edge with Anthony Hopkins. This movie is brutal. It's very well acted, very well shot, and it's always been one of my favorites, and I really watch it a lot. So, that is number 8, The Edge. Fantastic film. Definitely a recommendation if you've never seen it. Coming in at number 7, good old Piranha. Now, some people may say, oh, these are mutated piranhas. Well, they kind of mutate in the second film more so, with the wings and, so on and so forth. But, this is just a vicious movie, and it's one that I've always loved. I feel that it's not as good as Jaws, but it's really darn close. It's a fantastic film. And that is number 7, Piranha. Love this movie. Coming in at number 6. How can we forget King Kong? Now, I do love Peter Jackson's version. I always have. It's very close to this one. The 76 one I like as well. That is my least favorite of the King Kong movies, unless you consider Kong Skull Island one of the King Kong movies. But yeah, the 76 version is probably my least favorite. But the original is just so much fun to watch. And the stop motion animation is just incredible to me. I love it. That is number 6. King Kong. Can't wait till Kong versus Godzilla. Which brings me to my top 5. Coming in at number 5. Alligator. I saw this at a very young age, and I have loved it ever since. There's something about an alligator being flushed down the toilet and growing up to just annihilate everyone. Fantastic movie. I still don't think I've seen the second one, but this one is fantastic. Always love this movie. Coming in at number 4, probably not a big surprise, Cujo. This movie is vicious. This movie is definitely Jaws with claws. Well, Jaws with teeth. And I do love this film. It's just so claustrophobic for me, and that's one of my big things is claustrophobia, also arachnophobia, but it's just such a good movie. It's so well acted and it's so well done. Just a fantastic, fantastic movie. And that is number 4, Cujo. Number 3, not surprising, the third of my bear films. I probably could have put more in here, but I just love this movie. It's so good. GRIZZLY has always been one of my favorites. And like I said, there's something about a bear, a 500-pound bear, that is just so, so intrusive and so off-putting. Such a great movie. Yeah, always loved GRIZZLY. First saw it on network television years ago and thought it was violent. I got this DVD and couldn't believe how violent it was. Coming in at number 2 is a movie that I got from my good buddy Andrew Ballina, and we did a trade package, and this movie blew my mind. I thought it was great, and I at one time said I may like it better than Jaws. Well, I watched Jaws recently again, and coming in at number 1, Jaws. The best killer animal or fish movie of all times. For me, it'll always be Jaws. I do love Jaws 2. I can go back and forth on Jaws and Jaws 2, but Jaws is definitely, in my opinion, the better film. It's made a little bit better, and it's just a fantastic movie. Jaws 2 is also a good flick. I think it's one of the best sequels ever made, but the original just kind of does it for me. And that is my top 20. Number 1, Jaws. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.